Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I am here to budget plan for March and wrap up February's budget. So I have washies. These ones are all Simply Gilded. This one I don't actually know where it's from. I think it might be a random Michael's roll. Don't know. Washi. Colourful & Co sticker kit in the A6 size. Also from Colourful Co, Tilly 10 to save money at Colourful & Co. I have Payday and Bill Due stickers from my shop. These are the tiny texts. We've got some various full boxes from Freebies and Stuff and some habit trackers there as well. And then obviously we have my A6 budget planner. Okay, so to start off with, let's have a little look at February and how that turned out. So we have our transaction log for the business. I'm trying to mostly spend things out of the business. So the only things that are really on here are things we bought from Amazon because that just comes directly out of our credit card that's attached to Amazon rather than anything else. So that's the monthly. That hasn't changed since you saw it last month. So how we did. Let's go through the spending first actually. So we'll come back to these pages. Let's flip ahead to this. So the first our mortgage came out, my Patreon came out. So I'm now a patron of Laken. So this is my Laken and Cindy Gunterbaldo Patreons, and then I pay for Erin Floto yearly, so that's a sinking fund. So that's for those two. Then we had our big grocery shop, which was huge. We spent £217.41. I was really worried after this that after these three, we were gonna go over budget in groceries, but we just stayed in budget. Also bought a tape measure for £4.59. Paid our cleaner all month for £180 and spent £4.35 on groceries. I don't remember what we needed, but we clearly needed something, so we just bobbed and grabbed that. Wednesday was a no spend day. Thursday we paid for our bank account, which was £2. Friday we paid our energy bill for £49 and our council tax for £311. On the Saturday I bought my dad's birthday presents for £42.17 and we bought some more groceries for £41.21. We bought each other's anniversary gifts, I think that is, for £17.60 and £3.75. I think one's a card and one's like the actual gift. So that's there. On to the next week. We have another no spend day. I think we only had 3 this month, so that's the second. There's the other half of anniversary gifts. There's £25 there. And we bought some milk and some other bits and pieces for Pancake Day there for £5.85. We had a takeaway for £30 as well. Though, why is the takeaway on the Shrove Tuesday or what? I don't know. We bought some milk and some other stuff there. Maybe it was next week that was Shrove Tuesday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, we had takeaway. Paid Socia's phone bill for £10 there. Then he got petrol for £43. Bought some groceries for £6.49. Who knows what? And one of us bought some lunch out. I think it was actually me for £3.75. I got petrol for £54. On the 13th we bought some cat litter, but then we got a refund because some of the boxes were split open, so I've just written that underneath. And actually some of it was for my sister and my mum. I've not asked my mum for the money because we just lend and borrow each other. I didn't ask my sister for the money either, but she paid me it. And so I've just put that she gave us £22 and we got a refund of £26.97, so that's off the £80 and a penny there. So actually, yeah. Cleaning and book, but I've actually written planning. I don't know what that means. For £17.10, and I bought a book for myself for £2.39. I think that was on Kindle. On the 14th, we spent £18.13 on groceries, and we bought a toilet unblocky thing. I don't know, it goes on the drill, so she was excited about it. Yeah, I don't know. For £14.49, because that came out of household. On to the penultimate week. One of us paid for a prescription, it'll burn social because I have a prepayment certificate at the moment. We bought more milk for £1.55. I think this was Pancake Day, and then we just literally bought milk. We paid our BT internet bill for £29.99. One of us I think I had lunch, and we also got Jack's, which is our favourite Chinese takeaway, for £38.50. Thursday was our third and final no spend day. The 19th, we paid Mind for £5 and YouTube for £17.99. We have the family YouTube premium, and I bought my PR pack from Planner Face for £8.05. On the 20th we did another grocery shop, which was £19.64, and on the Sunday I bought in Beth's D Stash for £7.50. on to the last week. As you can see, the last 2 days we spent lots of money. On the 22nd, Sojin bought a question bank for one of the GP exams for £40. The Tuesday he bought petrol for £40, and the Wednesday was my phone bill for £20. The Thursday we spent £54. I spent £54 on petrol. I lied. We had a no spend day every week, so that was there. On the 27th, we both got McDonald's for $15.25 and pizza, which was $42.50 because we bought 3 16-inch pizzas. We've eaten like one whole pizza, and we bought 3. So that's going to be lasting us a little while. Anyway, Soj also bought some earplugs for $3.99 for when he's on nights, and I bought the Planner Face Up for $18.30. We had our next big grocery shop so this is March's big grocery shop for £147.17. Why this was 50 quid cheaper than the other one, I don't know. I bought Colourful & Co. washi box. I bought 2 of them for £30. Go and check them out. Link is down below. It's available all month and to the 1st of next month, so that if you're on a no spend this month you can get it. But yeah, go check it out. I've seen some sneaks and I'm so excited. I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a couple of sneaks and it's exclusive art. Yeah, go check it out. Anyway, Colourful & Co. I also bought some books which came out of some form of sinking fund. I feel like that's the wrong colour. I think this is other actually. Sorry, we took this out of other for $18.78. I think we decided this was not other, and that came out of sinking funds, or it should have come out of sinking funds. I don't know whether it actually did. I'm gonna have to check that now actually. And then we also bought some super glue for $1.80 there. And that is all of our February spending. So if we take that back to our budget, I'm pretty sure I did take that out of other, and it should have come out of sinking funds. That of £40. Anyhow, we're going to ignore that because that actually means this is not right, but it's fine. So utilities, we budgeted £1,845.89. We spent £1,820.78, leaving us with £25.11 left. That's because of our energy bill. We budget more than we're spending because, yeah, so basically we're going to pay all that back next month. Direct debits, we budgeted $63.79 and it was actually $66.67. I think I forgot about tax on my Patreon, and that's why that was $2.88 wrong, so I've upped that next month. Household, we budgeted $240, we spent $217.33, leaving us with $22.62. Going out, we budgeted $150, we spent exactly £130. I'm well impressed with that, leaving us with £30. Travel, we budgeted $300, so we've lowered this next month because we only spent $191. We both just filled up, so £200 should do us the month, and that leaves us with left us with $109. Groceries, because we rolled over last month, so we had £485 budgeted and we spent £455. So I'm taking that as a win because we had £30 left. Soch didn't have any fun money budgeted because he spent it at the end of last month, so he didn't spend any either. I had £180 of fun money budgeted and spent just shy of £50, so I have $130 rolling over to next month. We budgeted 50. I put that we spent $58.71, but that should actually be $18.71, and we should have. Oh, I can't do that maths. 50 take 18.71. It's of like 31, 13, 29, 31, 29. I'm going with that. 31, 29 remaining. And actually we spent another £40. So $220 in sinking funds. Yeah, so that also means this is wrong. So work fees, etc. I've put the £40 there though. Maybe that's why this didn't add up. Well, I don't know, because that still doesn't add up to that. I need to go and check our sinking funds. But anyway, yeah, that's that. And yeah, so I'm quite pleased with how we got on with the budget this month. We put lots of money into we actually started with lots of money in savings, and we managed to add just over £1,500, just exactly £1,500. So I'm really pleased with that. Most of this money we'd been saving for a little while, and actually a lot of it has come from like random bits of savings we just have left from buying the house. That's mostly what that is, plus our initial emergency fund, etc. Anyway, really pleased with how that is going. So we've saved up all the money for Sosha's new car, so we've crossed that off the list for now, and we are now trying to save for our guest bedroom to do that up, so that when we can have people to stay, they actually have a bed to stay in. That's the aim. So yeah, cool. Okay, so now let's set up for March. So this is the washi I pulled out to do the whatchamacallit, the month, to use for the monthly stuff. So in my monthly, or like always, what I want to do is just pop down. If I could pop this washi down straight, I would feel better about my life. Oh my god, I ripped my page. Ooh. Right, good, bad start there, but it'll do, it's fine. So that's there. And then I actually think what I'm going to do is rip this off, not neatly, there we go. The first rip wasn't too neat. And then pull this all the way down the sidebar. Well, I might even make a flag out of it. Should I make a little flag? I know you can't answer me, but I think I'm going to. Cute little flag at the bottom of the day. I haven't made a flag with washi for ages. I used to do it all the time when I was in a horizontal planner. There we go. It's not the best flag because it was already ripped, but that's fine. And then we just need to use the Flexi from the kit to pop in our bills. So the first of the month we always have multiple bills due. I, again, still haven't written in the dates things actually came out, but I'm just going to assume things come out on the same day as they did in March. So there's 4th we've got 1 bill, and the 5th we've got 2 bills. If I was prepared, I would have like already written down which days the bills came out, but I haven't. So I spent all of yesterday evening preparing, because I'm doing a like batch filming day today. I spent all of yesterday evening preparing for these videos, so I'm, you know, happy with how prepared I am. And then it was just the 10th that week, is that right? Yeah. So we've got the 10th, 16th and 19th, 10th, 16th, 19th, 10th, 16th, 19th. I just like to use these flags, I think they're really cute. And I just go through the colours for them. And again, I think we're both going to get paid on the same day again. I think the 19th actually this month has 2 bills, because I assume our mind payment will come out at some point. Then the 25th is our last bill, and then the 26th I reckon we'll both get paid. So I need the arrows from the kit for that. I'm just going to choose 2 of the arrows, because normally we'd get paid on the 27th and 28th, but instead, because they're weekend days, I reckon we'll get paid those days. So what bills do we have? Oh, you know what's not in here, and I should check when it is my Planner Fave subscription. When did I pay it in January? Let's have a nosy. The 27th. So that's the day it should come out. Again, that's a weekend day, so whether it will, I don't know, but we're going to put it in. So that's Planner Fave subscription. This 25th is money we give to Mind, I think, or one of our phone bills. No, that's phone bill. Then these 2 are YouTube Premium, which we have a family plan for, and Mind. The 16th, I can't think what is. Maybe, oh, it's BT. We pay BT. On the 10th is the other phone bill, so the other one of our phone bills. The 5th is our energy and our council tax. The 4th is our bank account, and the 1st is Patreon and our mortgage. That is one of those. So there we go, that is the monthly spread all set up. Let's flick forward and pop in our actual budget. So I do have to flick to February to remember how I do this. So, right, cool. So, monthly budget header at the top of the page. And this planner is an Oops planner, but I didn't care because I'm just using it for myself, so that's fine. And then we have the income header, and I always leave room for 3 streams of income, which is both of our like normal pay, and then I leave a slot for anything additional what we get. So they're in there. And then I put our budget categories in, so like the expenditure categories, and we have 10, I believe, expenditure categories. I say I believe, like it's not been 10 for ages, and it's perfectly planned to be 10 so that it fits nicely with the stickers I have there. And then we'll put in 3 savings categories, which you guys all already know, but I don't yet know whether we're changing up our savings categories. I think we probably are, because I think we've saved enough for a car, which is incredible, really. I don't really know how we've managed that, but we have, and I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I know why. It's because the savings sticker stuck on my finger. I was like, I'm missing a sticker here, but it was there a moment ago. No, Tilly, you're not. Sorry, I got really distracted by that. Yeah, so then this can go in there. So because we haven't been saving, we haven't put money aside for the last few months. We have been saving money but not putting it anywhere. So, and then also we moved in the money to prom. That So should get some money, but when we joint accounts, So should get some money to buy my engagement ring, and so that's come in. So that was in February's. So that's there, and then this page is for sinking funds, and I can't remember how many sinking funds categories we've got now, but it looks like we can do a strip of washi top and bottom, and then the headers in the middle. So we've got this washi, and we're going to cut it too long. In fact, let's fold the planner in half, let's just face it, that's easier. Let's just put the washi in. Cut too long because that is what we like. We're just going to do things a little bit gappy based on that last page there. So then we want sinking funds header. I was like, what am I tracking? So pop that in. Ooh, that could do with being a tiny bit further over. And then the categories header. Then I just need to check how many sinking fund categories we have because I don't remember. So there are 16. Just going to leave a little gap at the bottom before the totals bar, which needs to be further over. Let's fit that in a bit better, please. And then we want a washi strip right at the bottom, in between these two things. Despite the fact I thought I'd left more gappy gaps, there's still some gaps around that. Maybe what I should do is maybe I should do that in fact. Okay, we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to pop this blue washi strip further down. And what we're going to do is we are going to layer this bottom strip. If I can peel it up. Should I pull out and undo? Probably. Am I going to? Absolutely not. And we're going to layer it slightly over that. And then this, in the same way, I'm going to pull. Oh, can I get my nail under it? I'm scratching the ink off at the moment. Don't do that, Tilly. Yeah, there we go. Tilly, your undo is literally right in front of you. Stop. Stop being annoying. Just use your undo. It's here for a reason. It's out for a reason. You own it for a reason. Use it. Okay, so I've popped a dot in the right places to where I can cover up. So then we're going to pop the category header back in that gap. Then we're going to grab a strip of the glitter, bump it quite close to the washi again, but not quite touching it. Leave a little bit of a gap. And then we're going to grab the sinking funds header, pop that flush with the category header, and slightly overlapping the glitter. And then it's more even and I'm happier. That works. I'm not so happy that these don't quite line up, but we're just going to live with that. So we're just going to pull off the excess washies in the 4 places. Should I have cut it? Probably. Would it make my life easier to cut it? Probably. Did I? No, of course not. I say, and then it doesn't cut properly and I get annoyed, so I then come back and cut it. Because ripping right next to the quill just is not friendly. So that is our monthly budget and sinking funds page set up. Next, let's set up our weekly check-ins, and I need to look at January's weekly check-in for this. And yeah, I thought so. There is no space, no wiggle room at all. So we just literally bob things down every step of the way. And that's fine. And we have 10 categories. So we'll put down a header and then leave 10 lines and then another header. And just carry it on like that through the whole of there are actually 5 weeks in March. I don't necessarily use the totals header that I put at the bottom of this page, but I just think it finishes off the spread more nicely to have it. And I can just about fit it in, so, you know, when in Rome. When in Rome is one of those phrases that I actually think if you use the whole phrase, it doesn't necessarily mean what people think it did. Because people use it to mean, like, why not take advantage of the place you are in? But I think the whole phrase is something along the lines of, when in Rome, do as Romans did. So, like, stick to the norm. So it's actually kind of amusing because we use it to mean something completely different. So that's all the stickers down for the weekly check-ins. So then we snap back to this page where we do our transaction log, which is essentially a log of any money I spend for the business. And again, I just like to top and tail this page with washi. I feel like it brings in, though actually, I think this month, I'm just going to use the glitter washi from the kit. It's just what I feel like doing. I don't know why. There's no justification for anything I do. And so this is just business transactions. So I quite often pay for business transactions on my personal card because I get points. So I get nectar points for spending on my card. So it's just like free money, essentially. So I then pay myself the business back. But not everywhere takes the credit card I have because I have an American Express. I pay my American Express off in full every month. I do not spend money I don't have. That's why the budget and the money tracking comes in, to be fair, because this is more like an accurate representation of how much money I have. And that's fine. So that's there for our transaction log. So that's all the monthly bits and pieces set up. So the other thing we need to do is set up the weeklies. And I am just going to set up the 4 weeklies that are in the actual March section. So what I tend to do, or what I'm going to be doing, is I put a habit tracker at the bottom of the monthly box, followed by so I put a habit tracker at the bottom of the box, followed by a full box over the top of that. I don't put in date covers or anything, and then I just have some washi tape that can go along the bottom. I just rip this off messily. I don't really plan it. I just put the washi down. I plan which boxes and which washi go together, but that's literally it. And then I just go through each week doing exactly the same thing. I used to use date covers, but I don't anymore because this is a dated planner and there is absolutely no reason. What I try and do with the habit tracker is, even if it means the full box goes slightly over where it should go at the top of the day, I pull it up to above, so you can see the Monday through Sunday. I use that little Monday through Sunday to track non-essential spends no spend days. So things like bills and stuff like that comes out of there. Groceries don't, because we tend to buy more in our groceries than we actually need. So if it was like just necessity groceries, it would count as a no spend, but quite often our groceries include like treats, so it doesn't count. Or at least it doesn't to us. Those grocery treats are in our grocery budget, but doesn't stop them being treats. So then, now all of those weeks are set up, I'm gonna go through and write in the categories on our budget pages and stuff like that. So like write our sources of income and our sinking fund categories and things in. Okay, cool. So whilst I'm writing everything in, I am just going to do a little bit of talking about our fully funded emergency fund, how we got to the amount of money we got to, and yeah. So what we did is because it's a fully funded emergency fund is between 3 and 6 months of your expenses. We looked at two things. We looked at the number that was three months of everything, like full budget, what we spend most months. We also looked at 6 months of completely pared back spending, like as minimal as possible. We totaled up those two numbers and we took the bigger one, which I think was the 6th month of really pared back. We decided to do it that way because our jobs are really quite secure. Like, we're unlikely to lose our jobs unless our health massively declines or anything like that. And yeah, so we're unlikely but not impossible to lose our jobs. So that's why we decided to go for the bigger of those two amounts. But I think if you're like, and we're, not two single people, we're an engaged couple, we don't have kids or anything like that, so it's less important sort of thing, because it's only us. But if you're like a big family and things like that, you might want to go for 6 months of all of your expenses. Or if you've got like less reliable jobs or anything like that. And the other sort of thing people asked about was how we are, keeping momentum up. To be honest, we haven't been. We only really started saving for these things this year. We sort of had the idea in our head. Sorry, I don't know what my computer's beeping at, if you heard that. We had the idea in our head that we were saving, and we just sort of ignored any excess money in our accounts. Because we don't have any sort of debt that could have been overpaid on other than our mortgage, it just sort of sat there and grew. The reason we were sort of okay with that and we didn't really meh about it was twofold. The first was that we'd had quite a lot of money sitting in our account between deciding we were buying our house and the house purchase going through, so we'd had a huge amount of money sitting in our account then. So it hadn't really been something we'd registered. We'd been sort of ignoring our bank balance, because our bank balance wasn't really our bank balance, because most of that was our house deposit, which wasn't really ours to spend. So we were quite used to having money sitting in our account that we couldn't spend or didn't want to spend. So we managed to build up the amount in our bank account like that, which is why in February we managed to put so much into savings, because we had all of that money that we've been saving essentially since October, which is how we had so much. But the way we're planning to try and keep up momentum is, as well as keeping a track of it in here, I'm keeping a track of it on a spreadsheet, and I am I have a percentage, so how far to our goal we are. Some people might do that if you're bullet journaling. You might have a page in your planner to track it, so you can colour in bits. And I think the other thing to do is to move it out of the account where you can see it and the account you check regularly. So we are opening an instant access savings account for our fully funded emergency fund and our wedding savings and stuff like that. So that is another way to sort of not see the money all the time, so you're tempted to spend it on other things. Or take out the amount that you've budgeted. So at the beginning of the month, just move the amount, or after payday, however you work. As soon as the money goes in, take it straight out into that savings account, however much you've planned to save that month. And then if you go over budgeting categories, you have to pull the money back out of that. So it'll make you think more about whether you really have to go out of the savings, whether you really need to go out of the budget to pull money back from savings into that. And I think that might be a really helpful way to do it. We're not doing it that way because we are pretty good at staying in budget now. We're both kind of, it's taken me a long time to get to this point, but we're both kind of at the point where we're like, no, we want to hoard money, not spend it. And I think that's through the last, like, I've been budgeting for a long time, and social's always kind of been like that. So like we've got quite good at that now. So what we do is any excess money we have, we put into savings at the end of the month. Like after payday, we pay off our credit cards. We then leave a certain amount of money in the bank account, and then anything over that we're going to move into our savings accounts. So that's kind of how we're doing it. So there's a few different ideas. If you want to hear any more about our fully funded emergency fund or have any questions about it, drop them down below and I will answer them in next month's video. Yeah. Okay, doke. So here we have the finished spread. So that's by monthly with just the bills and paydays in. We have monthly budget. Obviously, budget's pretty much similar to February. We've upped our utilities because we want to overpay our water, our gas and electric after somebody told us like horror stories about our energy supplier like upping their thing, and we have an overpayment, so I'd rather just like clear it, so we've upped that. I obviously have tons of fun money left because it's carried over from last month, and everything else is pretty much the same. We've added guest bedrooms to our savings, which so it says guest bed, but it's actually the guest bedroom we're saving for there. Then our sinking funds page there with the current amounts and the bits that's going in. We have our weekly check-ins there, and then we just have each of the weeks. The colours are Dodge. I changed the settings on the camera and I shouldn't have done because it looks awful. So that is the 4 weeks, and that is everything for this video. Comment, like down below, let me know what you thought. Are you ready for March? And I hope so, because it's like we're good 5 days into March by the time you're seeing this video. It's just the 1st of March when I'm recording it. It's like 2 in the morning because I'm prepping for nights. Anyway, let me know how your budget is looking for March. I know a couple of you are doing a no spend, so let me know down below if you're doing a no spend. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!